AIWF Wrestling. Now, I like the AIWF global thing. They've got several programs where they give you different kinds of wrestling from around the globe. Some of which is good, some of which is, what must podcast about that? Yeah. And to be frank, or to be Steve, because this is Steve's with Family Reviews, this is, well, I must podcast about that. That's the way this is. It's all right, but neither of these two matches really hit the heights. It is their Mid-Atlantic season 33, 500 episodes nearly, which is also the way for an AWA, which I enjoy more as a promotion. However, I used to not like AWA so much, and now I bloody do. So maybe this will change. I'm not massively keen on this, but there's no commentary to begin with, so we can't really tell who's who until they get in the ring. It's in a barn, so one end of it is open, which is fine. Big and spacious. It's Hunter Price, we're eventually told, versus Austin Cox. Austin Cox. It sounds like a porn star. Austin Cox. He's the champion, and it's called the Super 8 Championship. And what you have to do is beat the other person in 8 minutes. I don't know why it's 8 minutes, I'm not sure, or 7. Could call it the Lucky 7 Championship if you did it in 7 minutes. I'm not suggesting that's what they should do, but it sounds... Although Super 8, I suppose, works as well, because it's got the filmic thing. Anyway, this is not really very good. It's Hunter Price's debut, I want to say, in AIWF. So you've got an arm bar from Hunter Price to begin with. A chop block, though, from Austin Cox. And a single leg crab, which, I suppose he's trying to make him tap within the 8-minute period. Some shots. Price has got furry dice. Price with furry dice attached to his trews. There's a rather poor sharpshooter from Cox. He can't really be bothered, it doesn't look like, to sit back on it, and maybe that's not the way he does it, but it's much better when you sit back on it, because that's what really adds the torque. Just standing up and bending the legs back it's not ideal. There's a roll up from Price, which I didn't really think it was a bit clunky, let's put it that way. And then Price sells the knee, because of course he's had the really quite poor sharpshooter. There's a chop from Austin Cox, and a missile drop kick, though, from Price. A distraction, and the ref waits for the distraction. It looks like Austin Cox's female friend. I don't know who that is. But he waits there for ages talking to her. So tell me where you're going later. Well, we thought we might go out for tapas. Oh, I know a lot of patatas bravas. They're very nice. Why don't you have some of them? And then there's an augmented punch. And that's it, I think, if I remember rightly. I don't want to remember too much of it because it weren't very good. And then we've got Ava Brooks versus Clara Carter. Clara Carter is the champion. Ava Brooks is having her debut here on AIWF again. Second one to do that. And Jack is back. Jack is back. He's married to Clara Carter, the champion. And he is on commentary. And he's been to Japan, I think. Been to Pro Wrestling Noah, and he says that they'll be going to Pro Wrestling Noah and they'll be continuing their wrestling career, and it all sounds great, doesn't it? It's for the women's belt, this, but it just sounds like it's really good. Hint, hint, and nothing could possibly go wrong. Hint, hint. Anyway, it's not bad, this, actually. There is an Ava Brooks snap suplex. She does rather well. She gets a lot of work going on. It's as if they've kind of taken her a bit lightly. Shotgun drop kick, pulls her down by her hair because she can be quite nasty. A nasty knee as Clara Carter runs in. Then Carter gets a knee of her own. There's a sling blade for a 2 count from Ava Brooks. Good name, that, actually. And Clara Carter, good name as well. Big Carter clothesline. And a Falcon Arrow, which is very nice, for a 2 count. But then there's a sort of rather clunky springboard back elbow from Ava Brooks. But she then hits a very sweet draping DDT. Very sweet. For a 2 count. Sudden roll up. And Ava Brooks is your new champion. And they say it's a fast count. I didn't see it was fast. I thought it was just a normal count. An ordinary count. It was a good match, but then Clara Carter attacks her. And everyone seems to think that's all right because she lost and we don't want her to lose. But that just shows that you're a bit of a bad loser, doesn't it? Maybe it's the start of a heel turn and Jack is going to be very angry. Doesn't seem angry. He just said, well, it's great to speak to you. Almost as if he was expecting it. It's not good, this, particularly, but it does give me some new wrestlers that I didn't know before. And I'm such a fool for wrestling that I think that's a good thing. So, which it is, but sometimes you just have to take the rough with the smooth, don't you? And this was almost as rough as a Badger's posterior. Ta-ta.